Okay, something's not working. It's not even in here. Audio 1, 2, 3. Welcome to the channel, thanks for tuning in. So today we're going to be talking about the Cardo Edge W707, which I bought January 2024 and haven't had much use on the motorcycle. I don't actually think it's designed for a motorcycle, it's more for a car, but I'll discuss that a little bit later on. But I've recently just installed the unit just to see if I could get it working on the motorcycle, and in particular for intercoms, so for the helmet working with the system itself, and that's where I ran into some problems. However, Cardo Edge, they've been really good actually. I contacted them, said I've got this W707, I can't seem to get it to work and pair correctly so that I get audio throughout. So I get audio for music, radio, things like that, but I didn't get any audio for the navigation apps, not one of them. Nothing came through. So I contacted Cardo Edge, explained what the problem was, told them what model it was, and they came back and basically said it's not really sort of compatible, that software. So they gave me a software update, and I was able then to facilitate a particular function to enable the actual audio, so to hear audio through navigation apps. If you're familiar with the Cardo Edge, there is an audio output button on the system, which once you select that and select iPlay Auto, then it pushes the audio away from the CarPlay system, the device itself. Although otherwise it would just play through the crappy little speaker this has, and then it'll push it out to whatever device you can pick up to, via Bluetooth. So I've got it sent through to my Cardo Edge, and then everything works. So I'm very happy with that. The only thing that doesn't work on this, which I'm not too bothered for, is this particular setup. You've no Siri, so no Siri instructions. I don't use Siri. I don't particularly like it. So with that in mind, I'll go through a few other things as I go through what I've done with this actual Cardo Edge how to set it up. I'm actually going to hard install it, let's say, so I don't have untidy cables and stuff at the front end. I'm going to actually have it running down through the body of the bike, under the seat, and then plugged into an output for the power. So I'll just power the system up. Nicely booted up. So this works just like regular CarPlay Auto Android, so bearing in mind what I said earlier about the selection for audio and output, that button there. So I've selected this iPlay Auto, and that's what I need it to be on to then feed the CarPlay audio out to a Bluetooth device, mine being my Cardo Edge. So here I have power running from this HIN, or I think they also call them Merit plugs, into a converter, to like a regular 12 volt converter. So the actual cable is just clicking into this one here, and I've got some unsightly cabling all around here, or here. So I'm going to run all that cabling down and under the seat just to tidy things up, now that I know I will be actually using this system moving forward. So that's all working now. So it works with the ignition key, and it's a nice clean wired setup. You see along here I've got these rubber little cable tidies. They're just adhesive ones. It just runs up to the back of the system. So we're going to head out now onto the bike and do some tests with the navigation systems. So I have Apple Maps, Google Maps, Waze, Here We Go, and TomTom. Those are several apps that I actually use. I tend to favour Here We Go actually. I know a lot of people like Waze, and a lot of people like the Google Maps side of things, and a lot of people like Apple Maps. I like Here We Go. And here we go, let's get off. So I'm in a random area, so I'm going to punch in to each navigation system. I'm going to punch in just a local area and just check if I actually hear it through my comms. I know it does work, but I just want to make sure every nav system is working properly. So okay, something's not working. Let's bin that. Yes, delete it. Make sure copyright is turned on and in range. It's not even in here. Alright. Audio 1, 2, 3. Well, I don't know what happened there, but I had to actually repair that copyright. I don't know why. So I'm hopefully back to where I was when I first set off riding, or from having all the stuff set up in the garage. So I've planned a route to go to a local beach area on Apple Maps, and I'll let you know how we go. I'll let you know whether I get audio instructions, directions. So I'm looking at the screen. I can see the directions. I've had no audio. Right, I'm going to have to check the that audio output. So in the garage, everything was working perfectly, and I've come out to just do a test all those apps, navigation apps, and yeah, we have an issue. So there's no reason why it shouldn't actually feed any audio to me. So a bit perplexed at the moment. So about 100 meters away from a right turn here, and no instruction as yet. I will check the speakers. Just make sure there's audio coming out, and also for some reason it hasn't gone right down to 0, because that sometimes can be a problem. Alright, volume set to 40 maximum, that's fine. For some reason the maps is diverting or defaulting to alerts only. That's weird, because giving me instructions now, give me directions. So yeah, that's a bit bizarre. I don't know whether that's a default setting, but so a little slight fail with Apple Maps, but I think that is down to maybe a bug in the software of Apple Maps. Alright, let's have a crack on getting to Trig Beach before it gets too dark. So that just gave me a direction or an instruction to say stay in the middle 2 lanes.
It's already given me a direction to say once you get to the roundabout, which is about 1 kilometre away, to take the second exit. Now I'm hoping to get all 4, I think it's 4, or is it 5 apps, navigation apps that I have. I want to just do a thorough test, so hopefully if everyone has different types of navigation systems or nav apps, then hopefully I'm going to cover one of them at least. That person there in that Mitsubishi got right up my back end, I noticed. I can only go as quick as that car in front of me, and that Mitsubishi to the right got a bit close. Right, I'm going to actually it's just going to take ages doing this to get to the coast. Apologies if you were wanting to actually see the ocean. If you've watched any of my previous vids, you've seen the ocean. I ride up and down there quite often, so it's just given me a direction just now to say take a U-turn at the roundabout. So Apple Maps is definitely working now. Let's just pull in. Let's quit this one. End route. Okay, let's go with what is the next one I have for. I actually rearranged all this as well yesterday, so I had all these maps, navs all lined up, and for some reason they're not there now. I think it's something to do that I've had to resync or repair the iPhone back to that copyright, and obviously it's just defaulted all the settings again, so never mind. Right then, let's just go to Google Maps. That's the next one down from here. Yep, so from Apple Maps, let's try Google Maps. Let's bang in somewhere, might be useful. So that's just given so it's just letting me know that Cache Converters is maybe closed before I arrive. It's nice to know, isn't it? So that's definitely working. That's giving me an instruction, so I might as well bypass that now. Alright, let's try something else. Here we go, app. Where to? Let's punch in somewhere. Find places. Where's nearby? Okay. Scarborough. So this has given me a direction already. Now I've mentioned before that I actually use Here We Go quite often. The funny thing is with my particular setting, I don't know, it's a male voice and I don't know what region it's supposed to be. I think it's GB, Great Britain, and he talks as if he's either had 3 or 4 drinks or he's had a heavy session night before and he's feeling the effects of it. He sounds slightly drunk. So this has been giving me instructions as well and directions as we're just going along. I don't think I can actually change routes here, as in me changing routes directly, because I don't know this area very well. I'll probably go down a cul-de-sac knowing me. So it's telling me to turn left on Elliott Road in 250 metres. You can see so on that sign there, if you do, Elliott Road. Right, I'm going to pull in when I can, and we'll try the next navigation app. Alright, let's just go into this lay-by here. And I think we have one more, don't we? TomTom and Waze. So let's give TomTom a crack. We'll still head towards Scarborough. Scarborough Clock Tower, let's have a go at that. Now that actually sounds really good. That sounds like it's a nice polished voice. Very posh actually, English posh voice. Yeah, that sounds nice, and nice smooth rich voice. That's actually the best voice that I've heard so far coming through. Right, we're going to turn right here. Right, that sounds really, really good. I'm very impressed with the audio, with the directions and instructions from TomTom. I have used it in the past. I did mention I actually use it. I have used it in the past. I haven't really used it much on the motorcycle as a nav app, but I actually might start using this in the future a lot more. The display, as you can see, is nice and clean and crisp. Now I'm going to turn left up the road rather than go to the clock tower. Actually, maybe, no, we'll go to the clock tower. Why not? The sun hasn't quite set. So I'm hoping that the footage doesn't look crap now that we're getting low light. This is being recorded on the Osmo Action 5 Pro, and it's not in that super night mode or whatever. This is just regular film recording, digital recording. And also what I tested in the garage, which might not be a guarantee, I don't know, but in the garage I actually put my iPhone into the under the seat, basically. The Tiger range, Triumph Tiger, whether it's the Rallies Pros and the GT Pro side of things. I'm not sure if it's all the Tiger bikes, but there's a compartment you can put a smartphone under or in. So that's what I did, just to check if the range for the Bluetooth would actually get to from the rear of the bike to the front of the bike, and it did. So there didn't seem to be any issue with that. But then again, I wasn't actually driving or riding anywhere. That was just purely a test in the garage. So in a real environment, like around other Bluetooth vehicles, I don't know if that would actually cut out or not. I'm still perplexed as to why I actually had to repair everything to get going again. That's a mystery. I can't work it out. It was nice actually on this TomTom screen that it's changed into a night view, night mode. I'm not sure whether that's it could be the copyright display actually picking up and noticing that it's got darker, or whether it's just for the time of the day the CarPlay has picked up that the sun's setting and hence it's gone into a darker mode. I don't know. If you know how that works, let me know, because I don't. Okay, I'm going to pull left here. Look how busy it is. I'm going to pull left here, and then we'll put the final destination in with Waze. So let's just pull up in here. Alright, let's give Waze a crack. I'm not a big fan of Waze actually. It's just a bit too cartoonish. I know people like it for the letting you know where the speed cameras are, etc., but I find it such a distraction. It pings and pops up saying, do you want to let us know if that camera's still there, or you know, whatever. No, I don't. I want to concentrate on riding my motorcycle, thank you. Okay, let's go Fremantle. Cash Converters Fremantle. And she's telling me to go State Road 71. Okay, so that is every navigation app that I have on my iPhone being mirrored to the CarPlay, the CarPuride CarPlay, and all instructions and directions are coming through, and I'm very impressed. So I was considering selling this CarPuride because I didn't think it was going to be suitable for my needs to put it onto a motorcycle, because it's not exactly a compatible system. So I did mention earlier, I contacted CarPuride. It's just given me an instruction to turn right here. So I got in touch with CarPuride and said, I've got this system and I've watched YouTube videos, and they say you need to actually change a sound or audio output function, and you need to do it via the input output button. Well, I didn't have it on this particular system earlier, so I was looking all over, couldn't find it, and I thought, well, why is it not there? And then I realised through the that was strong wind, through the support of CarPuride, their customer service, they let me know basically that it wasn't compatible. So I didn't make a fuss. I actually just said, oh well, it's possibly not going to be what I need it for then. I initially had purchased it for my old or previous car, which did not have CarPlay function in there. So I'd purchased this CarPuride for it, and then we bought a new car, or nearly new car. It's about a year old now, and that had Apple CarPlay in there. So I had the smart, bright idea of putting this on the motorcycle. Awesome. And that's when I learned that no go, the software wasn't compatible basically. So when I actually reached out, as we say, to CarPuride customer contact and their support, they just said, okay, it's a W707. Unfortunately, that's not compatible with what you want it for, which is motorcycle use. However, they said, look, we will send you a link shortly to try and install the software for it. And sure enough, I got a link and downloaded it, the software, put it onto the system, onto the CarPuride, and it was all good, all working in the garage. So I was very confident that I would just come out tonight, and give it a crack. But it is working after that little mishap. I don't know why. I will work out what went wrong there, but I'm confident going forward now. This will meet all my requirements and needs for using sat-nav apps from my phone via that CarPlay, passing the audio here to my Cardo Edge. In fact, I might do a video on how I set all that up actually, because I've done massive learning in these last few days trying to set all this up. There is a little workaround, or a way of actually enabling the audio to come through to the headset through an instruction from the Apple iOS system. So it's just given me another instruction. I've completely changed direction actually, so it's been giving me instructions. So every app for navigation has come through with instructions and directions. So with that, I will I think end this video, if you can still see me, that is. So thank you very much for watching. I will do a little short video with how I've set all this up, with enabling or ensuring that I hear the CarPlay coming through to my headset. I'm just going to pull into this bus stop, and because she's constantly telling me now to turn around. I'm not going to say she's nagging me, because I'll get into trouble. She's just confirming I need to be making a U-turn. A U-turn and not a U-churn. I think I've said that before in another video. Alright, so let's cancel out of this. Stop. I'm going to play some music now to me, and then get home. So thanks for watching. I will follow up in another vid on how I've set all this up for the audio side of things, but primarily this was all about actually setting it up and hearing the navigation apps, because I couldn't hear it first time around until I did that software update. So if you ask Copyright nicely, they may give you a free software update. They were very kind to do that for me. I am not associated with Copyright. They're not a sponsor. Nobody sponsors my channel. I'm so small. Channel, that is. I'm quite tall. So I'm going to end this video here. So thank you very much for watching, and hopefully I'll see you in the next one. Bye for now.